Nowadays, phones have become ubiquitous, and maybe we forgot, or maybe we don't even know what they were like in the beginning. So today we are talking about the most influential phones over time, not in terms of sales, but in terms of features and innovations introduced. We open the top with the remarkable Motorola Dynatac model, the first commercial mobile phone launched in 1984. With about $9,500 in money today and 10 hours of charging, you could have 30 minutes of talk time and 30 storage contacts. The phone was portable, you could call from anywhere, but you needed some muscle to carry a 1-kilogram phone. If Dynatac opened the gates of portability for phones, the 1996 StarTAC influenced the advent of flip phones. It was the first successful flip phone, sold over 60 million copies, and was used in many movies and TV shows. It came with new and interesting features such as the ability to receive and send SMS, had a vibrating alert, replaceable external batteries, weighed only 88 grams, and was sold at a price of $1,000. Popular in the 2000s, advanced messaging phones have been influenced by the Nokia 9000 communicator since 1996. It was equipped with many very useful functions today, such as receiving and sending emails, web browsing, and personal information management. Its shape was also interesting and very practical. It had a QWERTY keyboard, quite large screen, and weighed almost 400 grams. Also, in the era of text messages, the Nokia 3310 model was launched, which came with new innovative functions. The phone came with a chat application that allowed users to send messages longer than 160 characters. Moreover, it came with a reminder application, a stopwatch, a computer, and even games. The Nokia 3310 also stood out for being robust and durable, and the cases could be changed and customized. Motorola Razr was one of the most coveted and influential phones. It was a famous phone among celebrities due to its flip shape, metal construction, fine thin lines, color screen, and a mini USB port. The BlackBerry phone could not be missed from this list, especially the Curve model from 2007. The trackball button taken from the older models made the new BlackBerry easier to use. For some, it was even a smartphone. The full QWERTY keyboard, the fairly large color screen, strong specifications, and functions such as Wi-Fi or GPS also contributed to this. The first iPhone was perhaps the most influential phone ever launched, and it was the one that opened the stage for the next generations of iPhones. Even if the hardware part was not the strong point of this model, all of the ideas and functionalities with which it came positioned it in this top. This model came with the full-screen design, introduced the digital keyboard, and the unique home button, the responsiveness of the screen, and premium materials. Also, the web browsing experience could not be compared to that of other phones back then because Apple introduced a fully powered browser, and the introduction of the App Store revolutionized the whole of humanity. This list could not miss the first Android phone, HTC Dream, which opened the scene of the next Android phones. However, both the hardware and the design of the phone were not so well received by users. But shortly after its release, it was discovered that the bootloader could be unlocked for root access, so coding enthusiasts stormed the stores to get this model. iPhone 4 introduced a new concept in smartphone design. Starting from the basics of the first generations of iPhone, Apple has completely redesigned the look of the new iPhone. It came with clearer and straighter edges, more glass, premium materials that made it a really cool and elegant accessory. The iPhone 4 was a real success, and since then it has been the starting point for the next generations of iPhones. For many, the Samsung Galaxy Note was quite unusual because of the huge screen. However, it turned out that through this model, Samsung opened up the market for what was to be called phablet success. Samsung Galaxy S3 came with a huge change in terms of shape design. Samsung has introduced a new aspect in terms of phones, namely the curved shape, an aspect it has been using ever since. Innovations continued to emerge, so Samsung launched the world's first curved screen phone. Galaxy Note Edge was the model that influenced the appearance of smartphones of this kind, and even if its design was not so popular, Samsung introduced in 2015 Galaxy S6, a model with both curved edges. The OnePlus One model could not be missed from this list because it offered emblematic specifications at a price of $300. OnePlus also stood out for its limited availability and sale of phones by invitation only. Next on this list we have Samsung Galaxy Fold. Even though it was not the first foldable phone in the world, that place being taken by Royal Flex Pi, Galaxy Fold made a sensation in the world of technology. The 7.3-inch OLED screen was the pièce de résistance, but problems with it did not take long to appear and the launch was delayed. After the appearance of this model, Galaxy Z Flip and Galaxy Z Fold 2 appeared, and competitors such as Huawei and Motorola also launched their own foldable phones. Therefore, given these aspects, the future of phones could be foldable if the materials are improved and the cost of such a model would be more affordable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. See you in the next video.